Let's do it. Indeed, indeed. And we had Vespers talking shop with Blackjack Mel, watching the party fight for that one. And you could also fill in with what you think he would have been doing, and reasons why he would have stood out for that fight. Maybe he was chatting up another Caspian interested in the falling fire. Blackjack Mel's been patiently listened to you, but other people can see he's kind of furrowing his brow and rubbing it a little bit. He's like, it's not. I want gold, but not that kind of gold. Amazing. There's another little side fight going on at the moment. It looks like a couple of the main gangs haven't wanted to fight after witnessing what happened to those vipers. Or are they cobras? Crypt cobras? Catacomb cobras. Yeah. But. Oh, go ahead. Mm. Yeah, that was the thing that happened. But yeah, Electric Mel comes to your group. He had just, I believe, paid you guys some of his winnings, and he was um, doing some betting alongside Fritz there. Um, and says, "Well, are you all ready for your next round? It seems the queen's sent down some gifts for you for the next match." And quite stout bugbear comes holding a platter and presents it to the group. He lifts up the top, and underneath is a couple of bubbling beverages. He says this is it's a specialty here in the row. It'll lift your spirits up quite good. Here, the queen had this made special for your group. It based on the look of it, it's not something any of you have seen before, but it is presented in an elegant way. You guys can insight. What exactly are you inciting? It's coming up pretty soon. I think there was about and you guys had the hour between to go through. Yeah, like it's coming up soon. Um, yeah, Ruben and Eric, you can tell this is a reward. It just followed up your like 100 gold that he gave you, and he didn't seem suspicious about that. Right on. Yeah, he goes, yeah, please, everyone, take a sip. And he also takes one himself and drinks one of them. All right. You have all now experienced your first aqua delirium. So roll a d6, and you can expel and you can regain those spell slots. I mean, Fritz is now a paladin. And then he also says, and something special for our friend here. And he hands a small box to Bernard. It's a elegant looking ring with floral patterns on it. Well, it's not from me. It's courtesy of the queen. Hmm. If she's blended in with the rabble, I don't think any of us will spot her. When you say with my knights, the whole room stops and looks at you. With your who? These folks? With your night watch. Yeah, and a couple of the people like slap their leg and they're like, "Ah, I see what you're doing." And Blackjack Mouse like, "You're not bringing any fucking knights in here." Oh yeah, you did miss. There was one very depressed looking Silver Order, ex Silver Order guy in one of the bars that you missed. Yeah, yeah. Just Blackjack Mel didn't get that. They thought you were bringing in the cops. um, do you put on the ring, Bernard? Do you investigate it? Um, the floral motifs are familiar. A bit of rose and thorn there. Well, not rose, but more like lilies and vines. I think it was a thing with Bernard in his past. Something about flowers, but anyway. Uh, um, see, regardless of what finger you put it on, it fits to size and then latches on. The vines on it twisting and gripping onto the finger. You cannot. And that finger then slowly starts to drip with a little bit of that acid and poison that comes from the source of your magic. So you might be you're looking dapper otherwise, but one finger there is looking a little green, a little drippy. Oh, okay. Well, looks like we're all ready, and your gift is in. Mm-hmm. Oh, permanent injury stuff? No, I think you're like a new. You like sag and reshape flesh. Like when you change your forms, I imagine it's almost like putting on an outfit or taking one off. Like you explode from inside yourself. Um, but you can attempt cutting your finger off and see what happens. Maybe Lucretia can purify it for you. Who knows? Yeah, that's right. But listen, you gotta trust me. I know you were invited and you've started to prove your worth here, but we're gonna have to bag those heads when I show you the journey to the next fighting pit. No, no, we gotta take you through another passage. But if you can trust me like I've trusted y'all here, we can go to great things, and we can get you to see that queen. I'm sure she's excited to see all of you. That's right. Yes, are you all ready? Hey, these underground passages have changed in the past years. We can't be giving away our secrets too quickly. And like a squad of 8 bugbears comes out with some holding some hoods. Hey, you can try whatever you will, but gotta bag those heads. Yeah, they're all holding like burlap sacks. All right. So does everybody allow that? And are there any shenanigans tried while your head is bagged, or do you all follow along? Yes, of course. No. Actually, here, Deverick, roll me a d6, actually. There's a little spider nearby. What do you want to do? Okay. Okay, does that have verbal or somatic components? No, you just kind of whisper something and touch it. So I think, go ahead and roll me sleight of hand to see if you can sneak doing this spell. Yeah, you get it off. What do you say to the spider? The spider goes, yeah, just right on your shoulder. Just... I was sensing them. Oh, that's right. Yeah, so now you see what it sees and hear what it hears. So yeah, I can go and hide them. All right. Is anyone else doing anything? All right. All right. And you make your way through, and your eyes are opened around the light of a cave. You can sense from about 100 feet up that there's a murmur of a crowd listening in. And they all cheer the second your hoods are released. Blackjack Mel is there. Tonight, we have the Night Watch taking on the Queen's champion. And a rumble shakes the ground. Go ahead and place your guys where you would want to be. Don't move too far, but like you can move within your move speed before the round starts. The rumble is coming from here. I'll say there is a bit of a crumbled wall here. The ramp to get up is here. More of a flat wall there, and then flat around here. And real quick before we start, everyone give me perception checks. I was already kind of filling in those senses, but I want to see what else is seen. Ruben, you do feel that feeling of being watched, not just by the crowd, but also by almost like being watched by a predator. You can feel that feeling of about to pounce, but playful watching at the moment. And as the rumbles increase, please roll me some initiative. Dang. Y'all always beating my NPCs, but it's okay. Because out of the rumble comes the champion, Big Linda. You can see slightly from behind. There's the cavern wall here is wrapped with vines, and there's a druid in the front that opens up the gate, and out comes the beast. Bernard, what would you like to do? That means I'm doing my job. Let's go. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. A-okay. On to Devrick. What would you like to do? Sounds like a plan. Mm-hmm. It is just one Linda today. And there's a hit. Mm-hmm. Right on. Solid hit. Let's go. Dang. There is, let's say, this difficult terrain is about 10 feet, and this is about 20, I think. And then you can see, normally you're able to fly a bit better, but there's not as much haze here at the moment. But yeah, there are walls around here that you can climb. Linda is currently above you, though. You just shot up at her. Okay. Yeah, and you have a climb speed, right? Yes, yes. You can just do that. I mean, this is another pillar here. All right. Awesome. On to Fritz. What would you like to do? Um, that would be at half speed, and I need an athletics check going up the difficult terrain. Yeah, she is moving towards you. All right. Devrick, fire off your shot. Oh, awesome. And then are you still doing the bonus action command? All right. Dang. Holy moly. She ain't bloodied, but she bleeding. No. I said she ain't bloody, but she's bleeding. And you have your dodge action, and we're on to Orion. What would you like to do? You're like, hey, Devrick, what you doing? Mm-hmm. Double haste. Hmm. All right. On to Ruben. What would you like to do? Hmm. Okay. Yeah, it's a hit. Or yeah, still pretty good. Ooh, good stuff. Just glowing. Anything? Okay. Any moving? So close. Linda's got 50 foot of movement. He jumps over to the side and sprays. It's gotta be one bit closer. And lets out an acid spray. Spew. Please give me a DC 15 dexterity save. Alright. You guys just take half? Yes. Actually, Bernard, you notice in this moment that you don't take any damage. That ring is eating all of the poison. um, and that's that for Delinda. No, did I close the order? Bam. On back to Bernard. Hmm. Hmm. Double haste in this party. 15 does hit. Mm-hmm. Nice 13. Slash. Anything else with your turn? Only effort. Yes. That's a hit. All right. That hits. Are you not getting the radiant, or what are we? Yeah. All right. She's definitely hurt now. Not quite bloodied though. She wait. Yeah, no, she is bloodied now. Dang, that was quick. You see, she's like fighting the marshals, but she is like starting to turn and look at Devrick there. It does not. All right. Means we're on to Fritz. What would you like to do? Nice. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Please describe this frenzy. It might. Mm. And as you chop it up to that fine mist, a haze begins to leak out of the beast. Everyone, give me a DC 20 Constitution save, please. Yes, it fills the whole room like a bowl of soup. Fritz doesn't need to. Well, actually, you do because you're not immune to necrotic. You're just resistant. Oh no, I meant DC 15. This isn't deep haze yet. But 3 still fails, so go ahead and. What's the order? Contamination time. It's been so long. Yeah, so roll the D6 first. Bernard, Rubin, and Devrick. I was actually, or did it need to be CR8? I thought we changed it. Right. Yeah. This big Linda is actually CR9, surprisingly enough. Still pretty strong, but hmm. I think that's just the action efficiency, but we'll keep the order here. I'll let that trigger. Let's resolve there. So you guys do have one level contamination, but no mutation there because no one rolled a 1. And there is a cheer as you slice through. But then a chant begins to happen. Linda, Linda, Linda. And you all look back and see that the corpse is beginning to regenerate. and we move back to Orion. I believe you're muted, my friend. Yes. Mm-hmm. Say it. Some magical experimentation. Awesome. Anything else with your turn? All right. Let's see. And we're on. Anything else with your turn, though, Ryan? Okay. We're on to Ruben. Yeah, Ruben, how are you taking all this? Mm-hmm. Go ahead and give me either a perception or arcana check. Amazing. As you're trying to ground yourself, you feel you don't catch this by looking at it, but you feel in your feet you're standing on meteoric iron. Metal very similar to the stuff you found around delirium deposits. But it's deep. Much deeper than the crater. Mm-hmm. Yeah, almost. I think almost so frantically that a couple nails break and begin to bleed because you're scratching at hard metal, um, only barely catching traces of weather-worn runes deep under the rubble. Um, but anything else with your turn? Okay. Back to the Linda. 5 or 6. Pray to the gods. 1. The gods' favor. It attempts to bite our Fritz here. For a 24. Alright. He is down and grappled in the mouth of the beast. And a tail swipe comes swinging for Bernard. Only for 12. Alright. One of my good rolls. They only come every now and then. And at the top of the round, in comes scurrying out of the walls a horde of ratlings. You begin to hear murmurs from above. This is not supposed to happen. And we're on to Bernard. You did go. You slayed it, and then then it started to regenerate after your turn. Yeah. No. Yeah. They're giant mutated rats. Instead of holding cheese, imagine them holding big pieces of delirium. Here, let me. Split them up a little bit. Mm. Yeah, I I think the balance is that the bigger creatures have better rolls. Oh, is that? Yeah, so this one's huge. Well, is that like a unspoken grapple rule that just is triggered by the grapple word? Um, oh, yeah, it's restrained, which is that's probably how it's meant to work. I mean, it's not like you are grabbing it, but it's more like you're like throwing a big caustic net on it, right? So I'll still allow it for here. Let me say Bernard's even getting stronger. I mean, in the future you can. When you click the spell, you click the spell, but you can use your inspiration now. They miss, and actually, I think there's a bit of a story moment here. Your body subconsciously doesn't allow you to deal poison damage to this creature. You feel like you could have just healed it by accident, but something inside you stops you from disadvantaging yourself. I meant to say acid. Because that is what it was spewing on y'all. Anything else for your turn, though, Bernard? Okay. Wait, who did you cast your haste on? Yeah, so that means Fritz would be exhausted, but he's downed right now. So. Oh, for the one turn. Okay. Yeah, she's starting to stand up again to get up to her full 15 feet, but he's still kind of on the ground at the moment. Uh, that's right. It was prone. It was on the ground. So yeah. No, I want to get to the point where the rules are automatic for me too, and we don't use prone or cover or stuff like that very often. So we gotta start using them. Anyway, I believe we're on to Devrick. Mm-hmm. The pros and cons. Yes. All right. Good move. Shoot away, shoot away. Pew that pew. Oh, use them spell slots. Bro just does not roll low. Cursed. Giant rat dies. Here, roll me a d6 real quick, though. And can you roll me a d6 real quick? Ooh, you hit the delirium that it's holding. So roll me a d20, please. Um, so that one explodes. Another rattling like is plastered on the back wall, and another one just completely disappears. Like pops out of. Mm-hmm. Oh, did I? Yeah, I rolled a six. One of them succeeded, and the other one crit failed. I don't know if you saw those today. Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is that at the other big one? Yeah, falls again. Rolled the d6 though. Okay, misses the delirium. No, just plinking. Wow. You want to describe how it falls? Mm-hmm. Awesome. Uh, Fritz, death save, please. Success. On to Orion. That's a hit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. So that actually is a miss. Mm-hmm. Cool, cool. And we're on to Ruben. Mecca. Nice. Better than nothing. So yeah, that means Vester wakes up in the mouth of Big Linda. It's on to her turn. She takes her time to stand up now, though. So you're now 15 feet up, and she is no longer prone. And pray to RNGesus. No acid breath. So she whips around and attempts to smack Bernard with her tail. 23-23. Put it right in the mouth there. And then she moves up over here, whipping around you, and attempts to whip Ruben as well for a 28. It's a 19 damage to Ruben as he's swept off his feet with a tail. I didn't realize this token was perfect for holding NPCs in its mouth. It's awesome. A takes the damage but remains strong. And we are on to Bernard. Nice. Oh yeah, that one singular rattling was meant to sling disadvantage because it's too far away. Yeah, didn't matter. But yeah, Bernard shifting and trying to get Fritz back. So just healing up. Anything else with your turn? All right, on to Deverick. Yeah, you can hear more rats coming behind them as well. But they are not quite here. Yeah, there's you're actually starting to hear a couple of people starting to leave. Yeah, and from the top you can hear Blackjack now. Wait, the show's not over yet. If you leave, you forfeit your bet. Okay, Okay. She falls again. Boom. He did. How he die? All right, we're on to Fritz. In the jaws of the beast. She's yeah, but you're still restrained. Yes. I'm gonna say because of the weight of the jaw, you're still grappled, but it's a DC and it's a DC 17. He gets out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe when she's sitting down, it's hard to hit the vital bits. The back's a little more armored. 13 does hit. That's the AC there. He big. Hmm. Yeah, she's still down. He's like 100 feet up. You could only hear him. But what are you trying to do? Like we won, right? Blackjack Bell goes, no one's been able to keep her down for long. But you might be the first. That was the biggest cut I ever saw. All right, on to Orion. Still experimenting. The I think the chill touch missed, or was that just Bernard? You couldn't tell. It's still been getting up. It's still been getting up. So that's the clue you have. Oh, and the haze is still leaking out. Oh well. I missed the last roll. I'll remember to the next one. Okay. All right. That's what I thought. Like, how are you gonna deck save when you're unconscious? You know? Okay. Okay. Here, let's roll here. Fail. The dice got your back. Ooh. Heck yeah. Does Orion say anything while he's casting this? What else does it look like? Um, can your allies tell not to break the glass? Okay. What spell was that? Just enlighten me. Oh, that was your class thing. Heck yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's awesome. Yeah. Absolutely battered, pinned with arrows, and we are on to Ruben. Seeing this development. You want to give me an investigation check? Mm-hmm. Damn. Uh, as you're digging, you do break a little piece of iron off, but you also prick your finger. Please give me a con save. DC 15. I succeed, but you notice a tiny sliver of dull delirium in that chunk of meteorite that you've pulled up. Yeah, it's metal. But now you pricked your finger on a little bit of crystal that was underneath, as you've now scratched a bit off to take with you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Linda soundly defeated. We move on to Bernard. As you look around, you see that with those final attacks and what Orion has done, the Marines kind of stopped, and some workers have came and started to close up the hole as a greater, as that sound of the rattling horde continues. And give me another perception check real quick. Or just Bernard. Yeah, you can hear that there might be people lowering down from above. Mm-hmm. Fair enough. I guess that is the top of the round. Yeah, does anyone do anything else as we'll stop the turn order here? As you've defeated the big Linda. And a couple of bugbears come down on ropes and swing y'all over to this side. As before the cave is fully sealed up, the bugbears drag Linda inside, and it is sealed. Some snakes. Dang, are you doing like a minute's worth of Aura Vitality there, Ruben? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll give you guys a moment to recover before anything else happens. If you guys want to feel the end of the grand battle. Yeah, how does Vesper feel? You've now completed your quest. What do you take for your feet? You gonna slap that in there, or are you gonna do something else? Cool. No, there's not many other clues other than the depth and the dullness of the delirium needle. Yeah. That is a way of putting it. See, I left Mel. Yeah, I was just giving you guys a moment to say things more or less by yourselves. So you guys done recovering from the battle. You know, I think everyone should be at full health from Ruben's healing. Correct? Or maybe that's yeah. How much of that healing did you take, Bernard? So yeah, I'll say you took. You'll say you took the 4 and the 6. So that means yeah. Let's say like 20, 10, another yeah. And we'll add it up. Plus 8 plus 10 plus 11 plus 8. So yeah, so if you add friggin' 42 to it, that will get you back up. That was the rest of Ruben's healing, minus what Bernard needed. Yeah, so you guys are definitely topped. Just had to check. Well, I think there was like 7 extra health there for Ruben to give himself. No, you have about 5 minutes. You can hear Blackjack Mel on the top, like he's trying to get to you guys, and this is also happening while Linda's being drug away, but not full short rest. Yeah, I mean again, how much time was left with those last couple spells? That was like 2 minutes or something. I think we're starting to come to the end of that. Yeah. All right. Oh, anything else? Okay. Sweet. Oh yeah, Mel pops down. Yeah, we keep him there to kind of keep Linda in check. Otherwise, she'd be fighting at the wall all the time. They kind of fight each other. But it looks like they've been getting a little more brash in the past couple days. This is the first time they've ventured that close into the light. Um, Guess I'll describe the rats a little bit more. These ones were. None of these rats had very much hair. They're a little more pale and underdarky. Well, she's been beaten before. She got brought down here, didn't she? Hmm. That's the question. Maybe a help of a couple of those druids, but it was none other than the queen herself. But she did it, I mean, a little help from the druids. And she did it more on her own. If I remember right, she came from the jungles off east of Caspia. Well, she's been feasting on a Drakenheim diet for a good while now. Right. Oh yeah, it's Tureen. Tureen. Hmm. Feels accomplished and ready for bigger things. Blackjack Mel does pull out not another platter. He goes, I couldn't do the platter again, but he hands out a potion to each of you again that looks like the one you had before. It was that Aqua Delirium. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I guess to add a little more flavor, the druids that were controlling the root gate were also Terrene lizard men. Um, I think that makes good sense. Maybe with one of them being a Westamar native, but the old gods are strong in Terrene. Let's see. Well, you are the new champions. Are you all ready to see your prize and meet the queen? He snaps his fingers, and some invisible figures behind you bag your heads again, and they start lifting you back up out of the cavern. And any shenanigans this time? Let's see, Devrick. I think you still had that little spider. How long did that spell last? Oh, it was the concentration. Okay, so you did see quite a bit of the passage before. But this time you're bagged. So are you doing that again? Or is anyone else doing anything? Okay. You feel yourselves loaded onto rail carts and moved underground. And then you steadily feel an elevation change. And you're found again on the surface. Go ahead and put yourself in the court there. Think of it more of a state house. You actually recognize this as the Drakenheim Guild Hall. This is now in the inner city. Mm-hmm. Oh, wrong layer. It's the reconnection. Yeah, do you feel like Bernard's remembering anything else from now being in the inside, I think you might have spent a good amount of time at the guild hall here. This is more like the merchants guild hall, not like an adventuring guild. A lot of trading and things going on here. All right. Why'd they overlap like that? Gross. Okay. And they stand aside and let you walk down towards the door, pointing your way. Is anyone else? Vesper trips into the water fountain. No. Before the door is actually set a table on the side with a note that reads, "The Queen of Thieves bids any who seek an audience to drink to her true name." And before you is a couple glasses, or bottles of red wine, yellow mead, white milk, black coffee. And there's empty drinking cups as well. Yeah. Oh, sorry. There's another bit of the riddle here too. It says it's a drink more pure than water, more deadly than poison. When you finish your drink, it fills your cup, but when you die, it's all you have to drink. Yes. Shush. And then the doors do open up, but beyond is a corridor of mist. Drink the right one, and you shall pass. It's the final note. And then there's a statue of a barman standing in front of the table or behind the table.
IRL, I think I know the answer, but I don't know if you're not. But you want to give me a hint? This is the end.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not letting me answer.
You can try. You actually remember from your worldliness that each of these liquids could be used in religion, but you don't think religion is the answer here. What in the history are you trying to figure?
I try to remember. Is there anything purer than water? The water, never. The thing it wasn't like water is like the most purest form of liquid, right? And then if you say piss, and that piss is including water too.
Oh my
Like that piss is
goodness. What the?
thanks for asking something, man. I think
There's no pee on the table, just beer.
the true reindeer form, bear drink. Tears. You get a woman to cry first. It's not a face. So why is safe is water that is mixed with some kind of grapes that is mixed with like a liquid. So like Devin is like so like confused and then like trying to like remember the philosophy of what is it?
What does so? What are we looking at when we see the table? What's the room itself that's got the missing? Like, is there any sort of iconography on the walls? Or
Nope.
or
But it's just
just
a,
a
it.
mark?
Yeah, it's a four-way.
Wait, may I get the answer? Is it equivalent of anything we can detect when we look up poisons?
You don't detect any poisons. It seems like some fresh cow milk, and it's actually there sitting in some cold ice. Seems like this was set out for you. So it's not spoiled or anything like that either. But you could attempt to roll for poison. I mean, you can't really insight the thing if that's what you want to try. But you'd have to taste it. I mean, I don't think you're getting much off of a smell.
Yeah.
While we are, sorry, while we're debating this, with the drawing circles in the dirt and ritual casts of detect magic, if we are bickering about this for a while, because I would be kind of sitting in my own brain about it
Mm-hmm.
and just like kind of idly, like not even really listening to the conversation, but kind of idly casting magic here, just like a reflex. I don't know how this works.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Emmanuel something.
That's so brilliant. So I want to give everyone the chance in real life to try and solve it, but I don't want us to pick the wrong answer impulsively.
Okay.
Uh, but I only want to give the answer in character if Bernard, because like I said, I don't think he's smart enough to like figure it out. But maybe if he like knew that the if he had memories of her that she liked riddles and he's like remembered the answer to this or something, I might ask the DM if that's a possibility.
I mean, do you want to PM me what you think the answer is? as well.
I did.
Did you? Oh, okay, I didn't see the ping. Uh, I mean, do you think Bernard could work through at least a couple steps of that problem solving with that spark of remembering a bit of what they were before? Kind of similar to you, a little tricksy, a little riddle like, but also kind of very self serving, which is why you had to betray her in the end, because you were even more self serving.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I want to give other people a chance to play
Okay.
in real life, but I'll start thinking of how that would manifest.
Okay, cool. I will say you guys do occasionally see the statue behind does move and like scans the group. It's looking a slight glow coming from the eyes. Um, and it occasionally like checks the temperature of the liquids, making sure it's okay. And, yeah.
Everett will make an intelligence check to see if there are any hints or something like that. Maybe that DM, I don't know, trying to make it up. I I actually no. I have to wait.
I have found it. Like he was like clearly like drawing, looking at all of the drawings,
Mm-hmm.
and then just like he said like it was around in front of the in the fall it was not the maybe it was the price of the strong liquid at the time of the in time in past. Okay, so it was that one, and then it seemed like with that it's just a bit of steam, and then it's like oh that's not fine wine, and then we asked him so as he's like running like playing a bit with the cup, he goes he explains like for a long period of time
Uh-huh.
he just wasn't sure of any water. If you
But
finish your drink, the cup is empty. If you have a drink, you
you
die.
die.
Explain no.
There's no reaction from the statue.
No, no, I mean
Mm.
I'm like
Mm.
because I would be hesitant in the process of grabbing a glass and filling it with my own foreskin.
You're like outside variable experiment.
Exactly. I don't know if it's gonna work, but that would be ridiculous. Look,
Devrick.
only trust things for yourself.
Devrick is like when you say that, Devrick is like in the water or trying to get the milk, like trying to fill the milk. Like oh, Devrick is like very like he understand it now. Okay, good.
He nods.
I think the winner here is are you reading? Yes, both the mime and judging at the same time.
Okay.
Okay. The statue, yeah, waves his hand towards the door.
But he's very like, what'd you drink, man? Let me know.
I take up the same glass and just mimic almost down to the mannerisms, like how he was holding the glass.
Mm.
But
You even got a still 70s? Like, I don't know if you can see. Oh, I get it. He has to drink the air.
yeah,
Uh, Devrick just look at the robot. I say to the robot, I don't think I will ever try a restaurant, so
Uh, yeah, I think. How long do you need?
10 minutes.
You can say that took about 10 minutes. You didn't. You only sensed magic from the statue, not from the cups or the liquids,
Cool.
or from the mist.
Cool. Or from the mist. Okay, that would have helped. Okay. And I just follow. Took the empty cup. For the queen. Gulp, 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 gulp. Drink it air. Follow.
Bernard will take one empty cup and walk towards this roadside. He'll glance up at the state house, eat the cup, and that's it.
Yeah, I do want to recognize that this is not the actual guild hall. This is adjacent to the guild hall. It was not your master's place, but maybe someone familiar. Another high up guy.
Someone we talked about stealing the property.
Here, I gotta. This map size got messed up.
Alright.
How should I do mine? 3. Okay. The wrong. Okay, that is the wrong there. There we go. Go ahead and drop yourselves at the bottom here.
Cool.
See, I guess there are bugbears in here as well. One moment. Just grab all the boys.
Fancy throne. So this is why I haven't seen very many bugbears. They all work here. They all work here.
They stay. They stay close. Yeah, keep you guys there for a moment. Yeah, I guess there's a bit more. There's a bit of a corridor. You notice you're able to breathe and talk in the smoke, and it doesn't affect you. Um,
Volkram, are you there?
and then yeah, Bernard, you're definitely you can tell me how much memories you're getting back. He's still your character.
I feel like it's gonna be like kind of deja vu from here on out. I'm sorry to say otherwise. Like I'm like I recognize this place as I'm seeing it again, but like I couldn't tell you what was around the next corner until I saw it.
Right. Like everything's new again, but not. Deja vu. And there's the bugbears.
I am telling you, she has it right.
You're saying I look like a bugbear?
Oh, hey, you found that. I know the way. Dum dum, dum dum dum.
All right. You guys done for your hallway chat? And on the throne, you see flicker into reality. This being. She just goes, Bernard, my love, I'm so glad you took my gift. Looks like you didn't even need it. Welcome to my court. Your friend, so courageous, so great. That's a rude thing to say to a lady. I am my very own unique thing, unlike anything else there's ever been before. Why? Do you like what you see, young Caspian? Bernard looks like he might have some competition. No, but my heart is sealed. I flirt. You recognize the face, for sure, yeah. She was I believe, the second wife of the Bernard's merchant master, who worked very closely with him, but was driven to exile. Nothing's been heard of her until now.
I think Bernard's a little too distracted by like the recognition of her face. He's just kind of turning his head to the side like a dog, almost like curiously looking at her like. I think I recognize.
Hmm.
And I would be watching pretty intently, but with the non the everyone else is kind of joking about it, but I'm like intently like I'm trying to like internalize how much you're remembering, yada yada yada.
Do I remember her name?
Oh, let's see. Which names did you give me again?
I think Anna was the one I gave you.
Yeah, what was the middle one? Do you want to find it again for me? I think that was another one. That might have been the first, third, or fourth, but not the second.
Also, Caspian can kind of lightly tug Desiree by the collar, and as he makes eye contact.
Let's see. What you can maybe remember, or maybe we just everyone, but you can remember maybe a different nickname of a different flower. You can pick it now. Yeah. So just give me a flower. Maybe you don't remember the name, you just remember the nickname. Or whatever Bernard did for his Riz back in the day. Sorry. Lotus. Maybe of a color. I don't know.
I would never immediately go to the master and then try to drag him down, so that so that Bernard can go first before anyone else. How about Iris? That's a flower.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Heck yeah.
I think he'll say that like
Mm-hmm.
under his breath, but I think in the echoing chamber, like it's loud enough to reach her.
Mm. You do see from across the way, she does give a slight smile. She doesn't say anything at that. She says, just you, darling, come a little closer. And she does step down and make her way to this middle tier. She says, please come up a tier. She gives you a little sniff. She says, you poor thing. No wonder I couldn't find you. You're all scrambled up like a skillet of eggs. What are you doing to do that? You can try. Yeah, go ahead. You don't notice if it's an illusion or not. It looks quite solid and real as she slinks around Bernard's, smelling them up. And, she says, I could help you get put back together if you'd let me. It might take some time, and in that time we could do all the catching up we could, but in the meantime, she would just whisper into it, why don't you tell me about your comrades? Who have you brought into my court?
He's like trembling, and he like steps aside to kind of gesture at the Murray. This is Lord Vesper Fritz, Prince Marquis of Caspia, and Jedrick. He kind of fumbles over like trying to give him a title and realizes that he doesn't want to say any of the things that he knows about Deverick in front of the queen. So he's like, capable Herndon, Orion, member of the Amethyst Academy, and Ruben, who's local here. He licks his lips nervously.
Quite a capable team indeed. I've heard quite a bit about your party's exploits. I mean, even my squads of bugbears, as hardy as they are, can't do much in the city the same way that you'll do. Oh, you did bring an academy member here, and we've been a little bit at odds to them. As well as you did cut off my supply of delirium from those good, hard-working dwarves. We had such a good deal going. Hmm. Indeed. Well, as you can see, I'll say there might be a couple more seats up here. I have many seats to fill in this organization. I think I could find a reason for that each of you might want to come into my den and work with me. Well, as you can see, I've been building my own little empire outside of the ones before. But isn't that how it's done? Old empires die and new ones rise from the ashes. A deal goes bad, but someone's got to make some profit. Don't you want to be made whole again, my darling? You might be able to very well keep all your capabilities, but you could have that old mind back and that quick wit that I used to love so much. Right now, it honestly makes me a little sad looking at this bumbling, shaking old man. I mean, I can see you've put on a dapper face, but the ages really took a toll on you. Well, let me put you back together. Hmm.
How do you even do that?
Well, as you can see, I too have changed my form, and I've learned a great deal of many magics throughout my travels looking for
Where? How? I'm very interested in knowing what I did.
you.
With tutorial, that gentleman just give me tutorial. Then he put a hand on his mouth like not inside from the situation.
Yeah, aggressive side eye. She's like, you know, you speak when you're spoken to.
Empathy. Look at that guy.
She does. She doesn't say the speak when you're spoken to, but she does say to Reuben, "Oh, piece it together, little puzzle master."
Oh, oh, okay, there's cracks of knowledge that I might have about the old god Lydia and old benign.
Quite possibly.
But good.
Yeah.
Am I right to understand that in that man like Dream have this kind of shamanistic old godsy
Yes.
alchemy
Yes.
thing?
There are very few left deep in the forests of Westmar, and pretty much all of them were forced out of Caspia. But in the jungles of Tureen, where the lizard folk live, it's probably the epicenter, the heart of where the old goddess faith is on this continent. Yes, but what is your answer, my dear? I think I could cut a deal with either the Academy or these falling fire folks that you seem to care so much for, but I don't think I could do both. That's a big stretch, and she does like stretch out a little bit, kind of like,
Well, I couldn't decide anything just by myself. Don't expect it to bring me where to eat.
yeah. She goes back up to her perch and bids the rest of you to go up to where Bernard is. I'll give you a moment or two to decide.
I bow awkwardly and then kind of scurry back to the front.
I would grab him by the shoulders, reassuringly, and just you got this. You got this. And then back off.
Um,
Just trying to kind of assuage the knee buckling anxious fear.
I think now that you're close to him, like maybe in the midst of saying that, passive insight, you'd probably be able to tell he's not like afraid of being hurt or like the danger here. You can tell he's like nervous about learning more about himself.
Uh, oh, I fully gathered that.
Hmm.
It's just you've got like there's nothing about you that you won't be able to handle. The if you try to explain that, it's like, yeah, no,
She's got a great poker face. Hmm.
While Oren and Bernard are exchanging, like, can I see any like jealousy or anything like that happening there?
No, she's got a good poker face. But she does. After a moment of you guys talking, she goes, I know, Ruben down there. I have all the knowledge of the world I could offer you. And same to young Orion. Could get great acclaim in the academy. As you can see, I've found magics beyond your bookshelves. And to young Fritz, I can guarantee sanctuary for your faith and for your family.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I did catch a letter that they were on their way.
Yeah.
And,
I see.
young Deverick, great hunter, quite capable. I know there might be people you are also trying to protect. I could also guarantee you sanctuary and a place in this court as we build a new nation together. All of you with me. I couldn't think of a better court.
Deverick, Deverick just stare really like, oh, this is dangerous, like very tight head.
As you can see, a lot I do for myself, but I can't be that greedy. I I like bringing the people together in the community. I mean, isn't that what a ruler's supposed to do? Be mother to the whole nation?
I think this starts to make political sense than just running as business from this. Yeah, yes, the funds mostly take
Oh, true to her. This is what she's offering you, and she's building a world. She wants to take down the edicts of Lumen. You know that they're not going to approve of delirium when they finally understand it, and you definitely know the other continents will not agree with what the Falling Fire is doing. And I'm not asking you for your betrayal outright. Honestly, to ask you to prove your loyalty to me, I think we should go take down those noisy hooded lanterns. They've really quite been a thorn in my side.
they've been no they've been no issue for us, bakers. If we, and then I trail off my thoughts a bit, and I think to myself, and I know she might hear this anyway, but any bit of information I give, she'll use against us. She's smart enough for that. So I'm thinking that like I kind of assume it's just some sort of
Yeah.
deferential posture.
Yeah. She just go, Young Orion, I am asking you to step away from the academy. You know, once the Dragonheim is secure, they're just gonna send in the drones to do the mining, and no real person is gonna be allowed to experiment with this. All your directorates are gonna hoard the crystals and do their own experimenting, and maybe a trickle will come down to you. But we could live and experiment here, outside of the rules that we had before. See all there is to see. Not let the predetermined hierarchy take it from us. We'll make our own. I want the city.
That's a lot to offer.
I want your utter faith. I want to be ruler of all of Westermar. And I will. If we kick out the academy, make our own, maybe? And we'll allow the falling fire to remain.
Do you have a royal lineage?
Every royal lineage started with a great person. I am building my court already. You could go squabble with other Caspian princes, or you could take up here and be the grand warrior of all of Westamar. Because I don't think we'll truly stop here. Yes, you'll be King of Caspia. That I could.
Really quiet. He's like just staring at the ground. Like you guys see like his dapper form start to kind of slip a little bit as his concentration dips, and his like skin starts to like his hair starts to recede again a little bit, and he kind of turns back to the party like with a little bit of a wolfish like cough, and he goes, "What do we do? What did just
Mm.
some things for us?
We'll take it back to the mental level. What are your forces like? How many men do you have in your camp?
Oh, I can't just give you numbers like that, but you can see what I have here, and you saw the plenty crowds of people beginning to inhabit the undergrounds here. Surely you sensed my great passages. I mean, Reuben did. I'm sad to say, but some of those old passages you knew are long gone. But the network that's alive is alive under me. If you want accesses to the rest of the city, and this is what I'm building.
We'll consider it.
Yeah, you can tell she's not. It's not a. Yeah, she blinked. That is her form.
Exactly what we wanted to get tonight.
Yeah.
Gambit will look to the queen and say, "What would happen if there are any rivalries that royal lineage would like to take on the throne?"
Well, they'd have to do the work and claim it now, wouldn't they? Doesn't the prize go to the person that works for it? I mean, you have been quite a dutiful little dog, but surely you understand who deserves the bone.
Gambit just humor. So I don't know. I feel like she's trying to manipulate me, and I almost it I know she's manipulating me. Do I let it happen?
Do I want the cookie? Do you want the cookie?
Exactly. Because it actually there's definitely gonna be unintended consequences, but are those mystery unintended consequences worth the cookie?
Yeah. The one thing about horror that I did not understood is that everybody talks about the specifically archetypes that you mentioned.
Really, just anything that I want to use.
Yeah.
If something that's like not quite arcane, but is like still feels attached to the root and not strayed from that. Because I've never they've never really dealt with like ancient religions before. They know that things that come from the sacred flame are just not under their grasp. But are these old gods just
Actually, I will say you do know that that is a bit of the mystery of the Sorcery Kings. Is they did make deals with greater deities before, like getting magic from places beyond.
so anything that's not quite divine power, but is beyond what would make happen is intriguing.
Okay, but suppose a source got shot with a note which is saying some later decades of just studying, and he kept it on for the rest of his life. In case you get inspiration to make a creature, and then the last line is that yeah, like characterize with of magic as virtue.
I make eye contact and nod.
Okay, then I'm concerned. Like, what kind of creature she is in right now with those two face? What is this creature?
Never seen it before. Never seen it before. She does look at you guys once again. She's like Reuben. Uh, Maybe she said this with the exchange. Reuben as the Grand Spy Master, Orion Court Mage. Could have the King of Casmia and also Friend of Westamar. Heck, you could lead both armies if you wanted to. Leave that to your capable hands. Bernard Grand Stewart, run things on the inside, just like you do so well. And Devrick could take down that nasty Elias Drexel and run the new Hooded Lanterns all your own.
Devrick is conflicting.
Why are you called the Queen of Mages?
It was a name that was given to me. I didn't do much to fight it, but it does inspire.
Yeah.
Leader
At
of
that
bandits?
at that question, I would just gesture at the everything. The just how many people are employed and the like grandiosity where she moved. It's like because Queen gesturing at the building and of thieves, and I gestured to the everybody else.
She does look at you. She's like, young Caspian, does every halfling that picks grain steal from the earth? Does every
No, they're
fish?
hardworking.
Yes. And I am here harvesting what there is to take. Walls and borders and fences are only what we make of them. It's just an idea. And I am making my own, a safe place for my own. All those who have been left behind. Oh yeah, bottom of the stairs there, buddy. Yeah, I did say you guys could join him up there. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, like when you take the first no, when you take the first step up there, she goes, Bernard, stop your friend. What is wrong with him? I did not say approach.
He's already hissing at me. And when she says that, I think part of the button training, part of the old memories resurfacing, part of the survival instincts is they'll lunge forward and grab Ruben's coat.
Mm-hmm.
As Bernard steps up to stop him, I'm shimmy killing fast.
Double teamed.
I think I will like arrest him with my hands and bring him kind of close and go, "What are you doing?"
He's definitely reflecting in his eyes. You can tell his focus is locked.
I think like he'll kind of look around like at Orion, like as you explained, look at the queen, like, are you doing this? Look at anyone. It's just kind of like, okay.
She already said, what's wrong with your friend?
I just gesture. Not to be mimicking Bernard, but that's how it comes out. Just like, I don't know what's going on.
Ruben. Kind of shifting.
You have had an inclination that Ruben might be a little mad. He has had like what's the word? When he just laughed crazily. Uh, yeah.
Bernard feels kind of frustrated seeing him like this because like he feels like this is a moment where he's not mentally equipped to navigate this situation. Ruben's like the most soft individual in the party, and now Ruben's just falling off the face of the earth, and he's like, "No, I need you to get chill down." I don't.
You're embarrassing me in front of my lady. I am caring for the forgotten. Most of the people down here in the row would have starved to death years ago if they wouldn't have come into my den.
This is true, but would you outlaw banditry and thievery with your ruler?
Oh, absolutely. As you can see, most of those people are skilled in plenty of things. They're just doing what they can to survive.
Perhaps we can work together then.
I mean, between you and me, Youngfist, a lot of what we've been doing is smuggling delirium out of Drakenheim, which is something that, well, maybe we can talk about that. I well, that's something the Academy didn't want. They loved buying it for the longest time, but they couldn't offer enough. I found other buyers that were offering much more. But if that could be part of our dealing on Fritz, I could cut that deal immediately.
You willing to stop selling the sacred stone?
If you're willing to allow me to be Queen of Westamar.
I'll consider it.
I mean, you know we're going to be bound to fight those Silver Order Knights soon. They're going to be coming for your Falling Fire folks.
Yes, I am well aware.
And I am quite prepared to assist you in that matter. Maybe if you guys would prefer, we could go after them instead of the Hooded Lanterns. But honestly, in the grand thing, if we could take down the Hooded Lanterns first and get whatever left of their resources to help us, they would surely help us taking on a whole other nation.
And keeping the order out of the city would be targeting the lanterns first, and then I would just silently chip into a knot. But I see the directions he's trying to go with it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
From my understanding, I don't have a fellowship of unlanterns, but their leadership.
Yes, I mean, your nobility in that Elias Drexel is slain royal blood. Why would you ever want to work with him?
Exactly.
And he doesn't have much for a faith either.
Perhaps a change of leadership would be in the unlanterns.
Yes, don't you trust your friend Deverick there? Isn't he a noble man?
Or Deborah.
Fabric is just a officer and a leader. He does not stand in positions that he gets like just handed. He's just like
I'm sorry, did I struck a nerve? You know, I can make you all better. Hmm. Yes, more that I can see, so that I could see what I could see here, and maybe even see across the sea. And actually, when you're staring deeply at her, you see and everyone else does see as well, a third eye open on her forehead. Give me a Arcana check. So even with that, she is the most like she's nearly on the level of Eldrick in magic spells. You can also give me Arcana if you want. Actually, she is on his level, if not stronger, because her magic is different from a lot of the academy.
I assume 15 would hit.
Sorry, what was the question again then? Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. You work with me. We'll all be kin. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, pure truth. She is offering what you want on a silver platter. You know, the Silver Order would destroy it. The Falling Fire might warp it. The Academy would take it and sell you bits of it. But she's giving it to you to nurture and be your own. Mm-hmm. She says, before you approach, what of the rest of you? She says, you can approach up the stairs, but those who agree, continue. Take your seats after shaking my hand.
Bernard's gonna turn around to Fritz, who, kind of pulled him out of a gutter a couple weeks ago, and like look at the people and go, I very much respect, sir, that you look out for people who are downtrodden. It's something I admire greatly, actually. But what she's offering us, he kind of shakes his head like he doesn't want to admit that it's the thing that he wants most. I don't recommend what she does to us, sir.
As long as she is going to restore safety and prosperity to the citizens, a king has to rule over citizens. If it's going to be around tyranny and oppression, no, I'm not on board with that. But of course, there's the matter of the sacred flame, if she's willing to be on board with that. And I don't care that she's a Mageborn. I was going to rewrite Demon Illusion anyway because there's a new religion in town. But so as long as she sends her ahead, yeah, I have no problem working with her and joining her council.
Which I think she did. She said she'll agree alliance between the Falling Fire. You can have what you will. You can keep their stones. She wants peace between non-Falling Fire and Falling Fire in the city. And she wants to. She's already protecting the people that would have died without her.
Bernard will turn to Orion. I know that you spent your whole life at the academy. I am imagining stepping away from it is probably. He kind of like gives them like a pained look, like it's trying to meet you halfway.
is. I want to open up the magic access to all people and take away those old archaic laws. Maybe even let mage-born children grow up with their families. You know? They could go back and forth. But, but the order, instead of being secluded, could be everywhere. If magic was in everybody, think about it. It could be even more controlled and understood. Mm. Oh, absolutely. Well, I'm not saying we directly go against the Academy, but you just work for me instead of working for them, and we take care of these other factions first. Now, if they do anything against us, now that's where things might start to get a little complicated. But if you can agree with my values and what we are planning to do here, I think we could see a great future ahead of us. The Silver Order is directly opposing the Academy. They're destroying Delirium. Are you gonna let them do that, young mage? Because I think, because I mean, you've sold your Delirium, but how much time have you really gotten to do your own experimentation? Yes, exactly. I have a lab open for you right now. Just seal the deal and take the seat. You could do your escapades in the city and come back and experiment without worry of the bothering of the local townfolk. It's completely safe. Hmm. Yes, but it has to be rebuilt. Do you want to build it and just give it away? Do you want to be court mage, or do you want to do all this work and then just give it to Eldrick? Because you are working under him, he can take credit for all you do still. Of course, your name's still on the paper, but his goes first. You know his name goes first. Yes, young mage.
I do want to break this down better, Tom, because I don't want to step on your toes. Personally, I'm gonna have it either way, whether we walk away or whether we stay. Is everyone on? Is that on the cards, or is anyone outright opposed to?
The stakes might need to be like the like clear stakes, quote unquote, terms probably need to be discussed over the course of the week because we are sitting at like 6:30.
Yeah, I know we're getting
As
close.
I under Yeah, as I understand it, I'm on board, but I also want to make sure I understand what's going on. I know what my characters want. I just am not properly parsing this, I think.
Seems too good to be true, honestly. I mean, she's
It,
giving us
it
everything,
definitely is.
Yeah.
and I mean, I'm down. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Yeah, like we decide to change our mind later. Big deal.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, young Fritz, you know your people want the crater to be a holy site. I can make that happen. You know the other factions just want to take it apart.
Very intriguing. Yes. Yes, I am leaning toward. Why are you so interested in us? What you sense our destinies or something?
Well, as you asked about my forces before, I'll be a little honest now. It's as you can see, it's about the same size as all the others. We all have our specialties, but I would say we're about even. But what I've seen from your group in the city, you are all bound for great things. You are truly the tiebreaker, and I want you on my side.
You have good insight and foresight. Your offer is very tempting. It's one I would take.
And Grand Hunter Devrick, I have a little bird's told me about your queen under your watch. You know what the other factions would do to her? The Academy would take her apart and experiment on her. Silver Order burn her to a nice crisp. The Hooded Lanterns would just use her as a figurehead. They wouldn't know what to do with her. They'd have to get her healed from someone else and probably give control. But come work with me, and we'll do our best to bring her back right. But in saving her life, she will owe it to us. But we will still give her the ability to live the rest of her lives as befitting of an ex-queen.
Just start laughing. You are very concerned. Not gonna lie. You are very persuasive, even more than the bar.
Who says bar?
The
That's a
bar.
story for later.
No, yeah.
Very tempting, not gonna lie.
I know most of your troop has been in hiding. Don't you want them to be able to see the light of day?
You underestimate too much. My queen.
Oh, I'm sure they're very capable. Which is why I want you.
The thing is very tempting. But I refuse.
What do you refuse?
Your offer. I look at the party.
Hmm.
I
I'll give you a moment to decide amongst yourselves. She kind of turns her chin away.
because they act so.
I don't understand what's her. She's given us everything, and if she betrays us later or goes back on her word, we could just change our mind.
To be fair, that is what I would do as well. It's like I just don't quite understand the stakes. Um,
She does chime in for a second. She says, young Devik, it is quite possible that my future heirs could marry back in with the old dragons if they're still around. They could maintain that royal legacy. But for my lifetime, I have to enjoy what I built. They saw it crumble. But if you want to maintain their royal blood, this is the way to do it. What do you think the other countries will do with her? Same thing. They'll marry her in and claim Westmar as their own. If the Caspians or Illyrians get their hands on her, that is exactly what will happen. Oh, she had heirs who might still be alive. They could possibly be married to the Queen of Thieves' future heirs to maintain to bring the dragon back into royal legacy because they are now a crumbled house. Sorry, I missed the last couple bit. My thing desynced. I know quite a lot of things. Have you revealed that to the rest of your party? Sorry, am I giving spoilers? Wait, what? Well, the old queen, how do you think you'll heal her? You gonna give her to the falling fire? And we'll see what remains, but I don't think she'll be able to rule after how many years a monster? We'll see what's left of her brain. But you really want to put that on the throne? But then there also are her heirs. She knows. Looking in her eyes, she knows. But you can roll an insight to see if she knows any more things. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she just seems like pretty certain about what she's saying. Quite confident.
Well, the best royal alliances are made through marriage.
The who what now?
I'll say, do we want to pause here, or do you guys want to keep going?